Oliver Queen's journey ends with the Arrow Season 8 finale, but will Arrow's story continue with Season 9? Will the cast and crew thrill us again with Season 9? Let's find out! Recap. At the end of Arrow Season 7, it was confirmed that Stephen Amell's Green Arrow would die at the end of the 2019-2020 Arrowverse crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths, and that this would be the conclusion of Oliver's story in the Arrowverse. The 5-part event started off with a bang by killing Oliver in the first installment of Crisis on Infinite Earths. In a twist, his friends tried to bring him back with a Lazarus pit from an alternative Earth. Their attempt to restore Oliver's soul to his body was interrupted by Jim Corrigan, who, with Oliver's consent, turned him into the Spectre from DC Comics. Like his comic book counterpart, the Spectre rallied the 7 Paragons and brought them to the dawn of time for a final confrontation with the Anti-Monitor. Oliver died fighting the Anti-Monitor, but the multiverse was reborn and Earth Prime was created. Though Oliver died prior to the conclusion of the season, the character will appear one last time in the Arrow season finale, which will feature Oliver Queen's funeral, numerous guest stars, and the return of Felicity. But is this really the end of the characters of Arrow? Arrow Season 9. For all those who are excited and eagerly waiting for Arrow Season 9, here's some bad news. As soon as Arrow was renewed for an 8th season, it was confirmed that Season 8 would be a 10-episode final season. So this is definitely the end for the series. Stephen Amell was under contract for 7 seasons, and it was agreed that he would return for only 1 more season as the Emerald Archer. Amell says he's open to coming back as a guest star in other Arrowverse shows at some point in the future. Spin-off. Arrow may be over, but the CW has plans to bring back at least some of the characters. A spin-off, Green Arrow and the Canaries, is currently in development, with Mia, Black Siren, and Black Canary as the lead characters. Arrow's Season 8, Episode 9 served as a backdoor pilot for the series. We, however, do not know yet if Green Arrow and the Canaries will go to series. Story continuation in the Arrowverse. It looks like Green Arrow and the Canaries is the future of Arrow. 3 key characters will have their stories extended, 2 of which being Arrowverse heroes who have been on the show for several seasons. The series could potentially make use of other members of Team Arrow as well, such as Wild Dog, Rick Gonzalez, and Curtis, Echo Cullum. But even if Green Arrow and the Canaries doesn't happen, the beauty of the Arrowverse is that it encompasses multiple shows. David Ramsey's Diggle is already confirmed for at least 1 post-Arrow episode, which will happen on The Flash via CinemaBlend. So even though Oliver's story is over, at least some of the Arrow characters can live on in other ways.